feel that my life is a perfect example.
The man behind me hasn't been able to breathe on his own since 1952. But that hasn't stopped him from living a great life. Keep watching. You'll see what I mean.
Hello. My name is Paul Alexander, but they call me the man of the iron lung.
Paul spends almost every moment of his day in an iron lung, which is the only thing that's keeping him alive. That's because he's paralyzed from the neck down, so without it, he can't breathe. The machine helps him breathe by using negative pressure to take air into his lungs. This is the full story of Paul. It all started when Paul caught the polio virus when he was just 6 years old, during one of the worst polio outbreaks in history. A time which feels all too familiar with today's coronavirus pandemic. People were wearing masks, offices, schools, and most of the world was shut down. What did it feel like when you first got polio?
Well, I started feeling ill and plain. I ran inside to get Mom, and she turned and looked at me, and she said, "Oh my God, not my son." Over the next 5 days, I lost everything. The ability to move, my legs would not hold me up, and then I couldn't breathe.
He was at home under the care of his mom and dad, and they realized he wasn't breathing. They rushed him to the hospital, and the emergency room physician examined him and pronounced him dead.
Sometime later, another doctor came through, picked me up, according to my mother, and ran upstairs with me, performed a tracheotomy, and put me in the iron lung.
This would make anyone feel like giving up, but just wait. You'll see that that isn't the case.
I didn't want to die, so I continued to fight.
So Paul did everything he could to get better. He fought against polio every day. It was hard, painful, and tiring.
But I never gave up, and I'm not going to.
18 months later, he left the hospital and came to his residence in Dallas, Texas, but his life was never going to be the same. He couldn't play sports, he couldn't go to church, and he couldn't hang out with his friends.
People didn't like me very much back then. I felt like they were uncomfortable around me.
What did you do all day?
Oh, the same thing everybody else does. I woke up, brushed my teeth, washed my face, shaved, had some breakfast. Well, I just needed a little bit of help, too.
Then what would you do all day?
Well, I would read or study something. Paint a picture or do some drawing. I hated just watching TV.
Paul worked hard to graduate with honors from high school, but
I did not get into college. They said that I was too crippled and did not have the vaccination.
he didn't accept that.
2 years of tormenting them to death. They accepted me on 2 conditions. One, that I take the polio vaccine, and 2, that a fraternity would be responsible for me. Finally, something good happened. I wanted to be a lawyer for a long time.
After years of hard work, Paul passed the bar and became a lawyer.
And I was a pretty damn good one, too.
But he didn't stop there. With the help of a pen attached to a stick, Paul wrote his own biography entirely with his mouth. So why write a book?
To inspire thousands of people, just like you. No matter where you're from, or what your past is, or the challenges that you could be facing. You can truly do anything. You just have to set your mind to it and work hard.
Paul, what's your dream?
Do not let polio defeat me, but to defeat polio. Therefore, I wanted to accomplish the things I was told I couldn't accomplish, and to achieve the dreams I dreamed.
Paul may have an iron lung, but he has a golden soul and a diamond heart.
My story is an example of why your past or even disability does not have to define your future.